shortly after dating him. I was living in an apartment, and he was a security guard. And I remember just driving through one day, and he had the most beautiful smile. And I wasn't trying to flirt with him. I just wanted to give him a compliment and let him know that he really had a beautiful smile. And I did that. And from there, we became friends. And then we started to date eventually thereafter. I loved his sense of humor. I loved his ability to dream. Dreams can come true. And it was fun to kind of live vicariously through him on that. But it was very costly. Very costly. I put money into a house so that we could actually flip it. What I think made it go bad was his lack of follow-through on things that he was doing. I made the deal with him that he could stay here as long as he would go ahead and continue to work and remodel the home. And one day I came home and he told me that he never loved me. And he took his items and went 2 houses down. This is somebody that I had put everything into. And it was someone that even my mom met him when we just started dating. She didn't have really good thoughts or vibes about him. But I think what bothers me the most is that one opportunity when she came to meet him, that was the last time that I actually saw my mom. She died shortly thereafter. It was already devastating in my life that my mom had passed. But then the one person that I thought that I could trust, that would maybe be with me for the rest of my life, wasn't going to be. And that's when I just kind of shut down. I shut everything down. I didn't want to trust anybody. I didn't want to be vulnerable again like that. So after the breakup, I gained probably about 50 to 60 pounds. I'm at my highest weight that I've ever been. I was working a corporate job at one point, and I was making a considerable amount of money. And then when I lost the job, it really became almost a blessing. Now I work for a nonprofit, and we work with kids that live in homeless, transitional, domestic violence shelters. It's a beautiful program that brings a lot of opportunities for kids to realize that they can be somebody in this world no matter what adversity that they're going through. I've been living really a double life. One way to the outside world and to the people that I work with and the friends that I have maintained, and another life that is my reality of home. I'm most hesitant about you guys coming in because I've let the house get out of control. I've let it control me and the things control me versus me being in control of my house. I never thought this is where I'd be at 52. Unmarried, this overweight, in a house that basically I've become a prisoner in. Not living, but existing. I never thought that. Besides going to work every day, the only other thing that I like to do is go to the movies. It's an escape, and I can live somebody else's life. I'd like to get a large soda and a large popcorn with butter, and I think I'll take some of those sour things and some of those chocolate nuts.
That's going to be $23.25.
Wow.
So I'm in Dallas, Texas right now, outside of a movie theater that Mitzi goes to, and it's actually the only thing she does outside of work and sleep. She has no social life. She really has no life. And I hear that she spends about 3 times as much on food and drinks as she does on the movie ticket itself. That's got to change. I'm about to head in there right now and give Mitzi the surprise of her life.
In a world where a woman spends 3 times as much on her snacks as she does on her movie ticket, there's only one person who can help.
What's this? What are you doing? Oh, let's put this down. Looks like you spent $6 on a ticket and about $30 on popcorn and food.
It was incredible. The whole setup of even the movie trailer and it being something that was based off of me, it blew me away.
I read your letter, and I'm choosing you for the transformation of your life. Are you ready for this? Are you?
Today's the rest of my life. It's the first day. Today I transformed and let everything else go. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, Mitzi.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, well, sorry, guys. Sorry to rain on your parade. I'm sure you were excited for this movie. But Mitzi is about to embark upon the biggest journey of her life and start new. And you guys are all here to witness the very first step. Do you know what that is, Mitzi?
Weigh in.
You gotta get a weigh in right here.
When Heidi said it was time to weigh in,
This is it.
I think the most scary part was the total reveal of my body to everybody. Heidi, myself, and then to see that number pop up, it was not a number I had anticipated.
262 pounds. For a 5'6" woman, that is just death waiting to happen. Well, you're gonna come with me to Colorado for the next 90 days, and we need to set a goal while we're there. What do you think?
I don't know what's reasonable. When she said, what did she think that I was looking for? I was thinking she was gonna say 20, 30 pounds.
I want you out of the tubes. I want to see you at 199 pounds in the next 90 days. Yeah? That's a big step. You can do this, Mitzi. You can do this.
She said that this is not a day of realism. It's about being extreme and pushing the limits.
You know what this means? 90 days in Colorado? You gotta go pack your bags. You're coming with me now. All right, let's go home.
When Heidi said that it was time to go home and to pack my bags and she was gonna help me, that's where the enthusiasm kind of waned.
Well, this is it.
I know
You got chosen. Let's go pack you
I'm
up.
super excited, but you don't have to go with me to my house, do you?
Well, we're gonna go pack you up. So yeah, we'll go to your house. We'll get you packed. Get on a flight.
Can I just like pack and meet you guys at the airport or something like that? It was one thing to weigh in and reveal my body to everyone, but to reveal the life that I've been living was opening up a whole nother can of worms. It's a little difficult for me because I haven't let anybody into my house.
Why? Did you just move in? Is that why?
No, I bought the house and it was one of those things where my boyfriend was remodeling it or supposedly remodeling it, and it didn't get done. I've been in the house now for, I guess, about 8 years now, but
8 years?
Yeah.
And you've never had anyone go to your house?
Nope.
Well, guess what? I don't care about any of this. I feel like in order for us to do this together, I have to be able to go in your house. Something is not right. Mitzi claims she hasn't let anyone in her house for years. I'm scared for what I'm going to find in her house. It could be in complete shambles. If you're not ready to open up yourself and your life to me, I can't help you. So what's it going to be? Are you going to let me in, or am I going to go? This doesn't look so bad.
We haven't gotten in yet.
Cute. I love it.
We haven't
Mitzi,
gotten
I think
in
you're
yet.
being hard on yourself. I really do.
No, I'm telling you, Heidi, it's not good. It's very difficult living in the house. It's not a place I want to be. It's not a life that I want to live. Many times I've come home from work and just as I'm turning down my street, just broke into tears or sat in the driveway because I didn't want to go in.
Oh, wow. When Mitzi opened up her door, I can't even believe anybody can live that way. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Heidi is the first person that's come, an invited person that's come into my house in probably the last 8 years.
So this is all part of the renovation, is what you're saying?
This was, like I said, all this stuff over here, like these are antique pieces.
Wait, where's Antique?
Antique.
She actually mentioned in the car that she was a collector, so I assumed walking in that there would just be, I don't know, organized piles of art, which she said she collected, and all these different things. I had no clue it was going to be as bad as it was. She is, in fact, a hoarder. What makes you feel like you need all this?
It's not about being afraid of throwing things away. It's about time stopping and me just giving up, me not doing anything whatsoever, and me just letting things just continue to be exactly like they were.
If we showed up one day and just cleared your house, you'd be okay with it? Would you? You own all of this stuff, but in reality, all of this stuff, it really owns you. If you want to take the next step and truly rid yourself of all of this weight so you can actually lose the weight, you found the right person. We can do this. Chris and I have a team of people, and we can help you with this. Are you sure you're ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
It feels good to know that there's no judgment and that she didn't take the opportunity away from me.
Here in Colorado, Mitzi is going to get some of the best medical testing, nutritional counseling, training she can possibly dream of for the next 90 days. But it's kind of a scary thing. Mitzi has her weight loss to conquer, and she has to tackle her hoarding addiction. This is the University of Colorado Anschutz Health and Wellness Center. Everything Mitzi needs for transformation is at her fingertips here. So there
Welcome to your new home.
Thank you
Welcome
so
to
much.
Anschutz.
Thank you.
Of course. It's nice to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah. Let's have a seat. Let's talk.
Okay.
All right. Now, Heidi, she told me about your home, and she told me about the living conditions that you've been living in for 7
Way too
years
long.
now.
Yeah.
Clearly, you need help beyond just weight loss.
Let's go ahead and spend phase 1 working on your weight loss. And actually, I think phase 2, we're going to focus on your house.
Okay.
Believe it or not, Mitzi's home situation, I think, is going to be far more difficult for her than even working on her weight. Heidi and I, we're just going to focus on her weight loss because we think if she has success here, she's going to have the confidence to go home and focus on her hoarding. It's not about your dreams, your wildest dreams.
Oh, wow.
Dream big, Mitzi.
Yeah. What is it that you've always wanted to do, but you never have because your weight held you back?
There is a person that is a role model of mine. Her name is Ernestine Shepard. She is a 77-year-old bodybuilder.
No.
She started, I believe, around 50. See?
Oh my
See
God.
applicable?
Yeah. You piqued my curiosity. So you want to be a bodybuilder?
I'd like to see what's really underneath this.
You're going to see a phenomenal body underneath.
Wow.
If you just trust us and get through it, you will come out of this a stronger, better, healthier person in every single way. Let's get started,
This is an
right?
incredible year. Well, Mitzi, I want to see what you got. All right?
All right.
And I'm not going to take it easy on you. Today's Mitzi's fight or flight workout. She has a lot of problems, and Mitzi needs a lot of help. And in order for her to get it, she's got to fight for it. Let's run.
Run?
Yep, we're going to run. You ready?
Yes, I'm not a runner, but I'll try.
You are now.
You are now.
Okay.
That is your new identity. Let's go. Let's get that heart rate up. Biggest thing when you're running, just breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Start to feel uncomfortable.
My heart was pounding, my head was aching, I couldn't hardly breathe. It was not a comfortable feeling by any means. I'm not a runner.
All right, here we go. 10 burpees,
my
down
God.
and up, down and up.
I'm not a burpee person either. Getting up and down off the ground and then having to jump up, that was a big challenge.
Keep it running. Come on, Mitzi, with me. Let's go.
Got it. Big, deep breaths. Come on.
There you go.
Mitzi was pacing herself at this incredibly slow rate, and while I know she hasn't run in quite a few years, I also know what's possible when you put your mind to it. Come on, pick up the pace. So we finally got to the point where we were like, okay, if she's not going to run fast enough, we're going to put her on the treadmill, and we're going to dictate the speed at which she runs.
There you go. So now don't you worry about the speed. You just look straight ahead.
She can go faster.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry, I'm cranking it up.
Come on, Mitzi.
There you go. What do you know?
I want her to see this, because she's going to go up and in.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Now, we want to see you let go, submit to it, and trust. Come on, Mitzi. Come on. Get back up there. Get back up
You
there.
need to hold on. You can. No, Mitzi. Mitzi.
Mitzi.
Oh,
there you
God.
go. Open your eyes.
You have to open your eyes.
Okay, I'm all right.
got
I'm
it?
all right. Yes, I am.
All right.
I just shocked me. That's all. Falling off the treadmill was about the worst that could possibly happen, and it was truly a fight or flight. I was going to either be on the machine or I was going to fall back off again, and I was not going to take that hit one more time. I can do this.
You can do what?
I can do anything.
I can run
I can
60
run.
seconds at 4.5.
For 60 seconds out of 4.5.
Keep going. Come on, Mitzi. I feel like Mitzi's so nervous for people to see her fall or for them to see what her home is really like. But then the second that they do, and the second that she falls and she gets back up and she realizes we love her regardless, that's when she becomes as powerful as she can possibly be.
All of those belongings weighing you down. This is what it feels like to be trapped. This is what you've done to yourself.
Come on, Mitzi.
Come on, Mitzi.
Get
This
out
is what
from
you've
under
done.
it. Get out from under it.
Now's your chance. Declare your freedom. And come on now. So what do you do when you're trapped?
Come on.
What do you do?
Come on.
What do you ask for? What do you ask for?
Then
Ask for help, please. Help me. Oh, my God. Oh.
How many years have you been trapped?
I stopped counting because it just didn't matter anymore.
why didn't you ever ask for help?
Because I was too embarrassed. It was one of those things that was truly an analogy for my home. I had let it go for so long, not asking anybody to actually help me with my house. And so that was crushing my life.
Get it out. What are you feeling?
I feel victorious, but I also feel glad that you helped me. It's extremely hard for me to ask for help. I am used to helping others, but as I look at it now, it's something that I should have done a long time ago.
You okay?
Yeah, what else we got?
Whoa, hold on now. I don't know about you. I'm spent. I'm tired. Coming up, this is Dr. Dave Tolan.
Hi, how are you? Dave Tolan. Heidi, you've been out to Mitzi's house,
Yeah,
right?
when I was at your house, I actually had a box of things shipped.
Over here, Mitzi. Over here.
Oh,
So today, I'm going to take Mitzi shopping with our food coach, Rocco DeSpirito, because seeing her home environment, it's clear that Mitzi's really never grocery shopped before.
Okay, Mitzi, so your challenge today is to buy a week's worth of food, 5 meals a day, about 1,500 calories per day.
1,500
Yeah.
calories is perfect for you.
In under 30 minutes with...
$100.
$100. Okay.
You better get shopping.
Yes.
30
okay.
minutes starts now.
Yeah, I was really very nervous going into the store and shopping because, one, I don't shop a lot because I do more eating out than I do actually purchasing foods for my home.
All right, we done? Is that it?
One more thing. I have enough money to buy Rocco's book.
What a wise purchase.
Bring it up, Martin.
$85 is all you spent?
Okay, so you did really well. Here are a few. Not all Greek yogurt is the same. When we compared the labels, we saw that what she had was kind of a replica of Greek yogurt.
14 grams of fat versus 0.
Oh my gosh.
0. This is the one you
That's the
want.
real deal. I am a big fan of fish.
Yes.
It's my go-to protein source, but in fish purchasing, always buy what's local and fresh. This is a previously frozen processed food.
Right.
Eat the fish that grows in the area that you're in, and it's going to be fresher, less expensive, more delicious, and almost always natural.
After having that experience with Rocco and Heidi, I felt much more empowered. I knew a lot more than what I thought I did.
Mitzi is totally controlled by 2 addictions, eating and hoarding. When it comes to her weight loss, Heidi and I can help Mitzi with that. But when it comes to her hoarding, we need somebody who really knows what they're doing.
Hi.
This is Dr. Dave Tolan.
Hi, how are you? My name's Dr. David Tolan. I'm a clinical psychologist, and I specialize in anxiety and compulsive disorders. Chris and Heidi asked me to come and speak to you because I understand that in addition to weight loss, you have some issues related to hoarding. Is that right?
That's correct.
We see a relationship between hoarding and obesity. We're not entirely clear why. It's been suggested that perhaps what's going on is that there are some people who are not very good at self-regulating. In most cases, when somebody starts engaging in hoarding behavior, that behavior starts when they're young. For you, it seems like the behavior started up later and after losses.
Yes.
I can't help but wonder whether these possessions in your home are filling some kind of a void.
I would agree. I mean, the analogy that I use is that the more I started pushing people out, the more I filled in to replace what wasn't there.
My first impression of Mitzi was that she's very bright, but also very depressed and really stuck. I think we can help her, but I think we've got to get through some of that tendency to not want to take care of herself. We've done some research with brain scans. When we ask people who have hoarding problems to make decisions, what we see is there are certain regions in the front part of the brain that are heavily involved with decision-making, especially emotional kinds of decision-making, that get overactive. The story that the brain is telling us is that everything is so important that it becomes very hard to make relative judgments. When people work on the problem and when they start to master this, the brain function goes back to normal.
He actually made me realize that these are things that can be changed, and with his help, I'm going to be able to make a big difference in my life.
So let's wrap for now, and I'll look forward to seeing you at our next visit.
Excellent.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you.
I'm really believing in the process. Dr. Tolan and Chris and Heidi and whatever they're going to do to assist me to be able to have a better life.
I can do anything.
I can do anything.
Yell it louder.
I can do anything.
Yes, you can, Mitzi. Come on.
Boot camp is insane. I was living a pretty sedentary lifestyle, and I come here and now we're working out anywhere between 3-4 hours a day and very intense.
It's only 90 days. I can get through it. I'm just gonna have to suck it up.
You know, Heidi, you've been out to Mitzi's house,
Yeah.
right?
When I was at your house, I actually had a box of things shipped because I knew this was something we were going to want to deal with, all right?
Okay, if I pull it out?
Sure.
So this, jeez. Now, Heidi.
This is it. I packed it full.
Heidi, you're in better shape than I am. Look familiar?
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a look at these things here. Do you mind if I just put a bunch of it out in front of us?
Sure.
Okay.
We were having this nice, wonderful conversation on this beautiful sunny day on the patio, and all of a sudden he brings out this big box. Oh my goodness, it's not something that I wanted to deal with.
Let's take some time and do an exercise here. My interest today is not to make you get rid of anything, nor am I going to stop you from getting rid of anything. What we have here is a box. Let's call this the donation box.
Okay.
Over there, we got a trash can.
Okay.
We have a sneaker here that Heidi had shipped in from your house. Can you hold that and tell me sort of how you would make a decision about what to do here?
Well, my first thought when I look at this sneaker is that it's falling apart. So when I look at this rationally, I say it should go away. So do you want me to throw this away?
Now, as you throw this out, any regrets?
It's just, I mean, it's the process. It's the throwing away. As I said, is there still use? Was the sole still good? Sure. But it certainly can be thrown away.
That could have been used, that might have still been useful, that sort of thing. As we look through things in the box, clearly there's something going on besides just a few objects. How about this? It's like a knitted star.
A friend of mine made a Christmas tree for me because she knew I didn't have a Christmas tree. The only reason why I'd like to hold on to it is because I want to give it to somebody, but I'd want to have the whole piece, the whole tree, so that they could have it.
But if I challenged you a little bit on that and said, given the fact that you really want to just declutter your house and you want to live more comfortably, could you let it go now?
Well, I feel like I wouldn't be honoring my friend.
If your friend were right here, what do you think she would advise?
I think her, when she sees this, would say, Mitzi, it's all right. You can get rid of it.
What do you say?
Like I said, I want to honor when people do something nice for me. I would at least respect that. And I feel bad that I didn't. She took a lot of time to make this.
When Dr. Tolan gave Mitzi the opportunity to throw something away, she couldn't part with simple objects.
So,
I mean, it was fascinating to see how difficult it was for Mitzi to make simple decisions.
It's stirring up this idea that you need to save it in order to honor your friend. And I wonder whether you can honor your friend in another way, perhaps by putting your life back together, perhaps using this thing that she made as part of your recovery. So, do you have a sense of what you want to do with this?
I'd rather donate it to somebody that maybe it'll give joy to somebody else.
So I have our donate box here, if you feel ready. What does that bring up now to put it in? Better, worse?
It's beautiful, and if it'll bring joy to somebody else, then that's fine.
But I think there's also something for us to learn here about it as well, which is that your feelings get very hooked into some of the things that you own. And sometimes it sounds like these feelings then become the basis for your actions. The more you can get past that perspective, the more you can be willing to feel bad in order to feel good later, you're probably going to find that over time, things get better. This is an experiment based on a limited amount of stuff. What I saw, though, is that with a little bit of encouragement, Mitzi can get it together and start making really tough decisions.
I really do appreciate you.
Great job. Thank you, doctor.
Hey, great job.
That was amazing. Come on. Let's go. Let's push it in. Okay? Come on. All the way up. It's the second half of boot camp, and Mitzi's absolutely killing it. She's running bleachers, running sand dunes, doing everything that I asked her to do, and more. Isn't it incredible? Yes. How much stronger you've gotten? Yes. You could have never done this before. I couldn't be more proud of how she's doing.
I'm getting ready to go to something I have never done before in my life. A rugged maniac, 5K race. Almost to the finish line. Super fantastic day!
Today, I had a surprise check-in at my apartment.
On out we go. It's room check
Snack time!
You know, since Mitzi's been here at boot camp, she's no longer in her home environment. I felt like it would be really important to see if she's actually bringing those hoarding tendencies here with her. I'm not kidding you. Every single time we've been in here, Mitzi's room has been perfect. She had her bed totally made. Drawers were completely organized. I mean, it was so cool to see someone that lived in this unlivable environment in Texas could come here to Colorado and totally recreate her living environment. All right, Mitzi. Well, you're doing perfect.
I was like, I told him he'd make the job.
No, we're...
Well, thank you.
And your bed was made?
Heidi was a little surprised because it was very neat. So it made me happy that she was excited to see that my home in Texas is a moment in time.
You're doing amazing. Keep it up. I'm so proud. Room check pass. Come here.
Thank you.
Oh. Mitzi has 63 pounds to lose, and tonight's her 90-day weigh-in. I really do feel like Mitzi's given it everything she can, but Mitzi's 52 years old.
Hello.
It gets tougher. She needs to push a little harder to get to where she wants to go. It's a moment of truth.
Absolutely.
You ready?
Yes.
90 days ago, when you stepped on the scale, you weighed in at 262 pounds. I gave you the goal to lose 63 pounds in phase 1.
Yes.
Because we want to get you to the Wonderlands, right?
Yes.
199 or less is
Yes.
what that number needs to say. All right, go ahead and take your shirt off, take your shoes off. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and step on the scale.
Okay. I know I've got to be just so close. I'd love to see it actually exceeding my goal, but for right now, just hitting it would make me very, very happy.
All right, Mitzi, 90 days ago, when you stepped on the scale, you weighed in at 262 pounds. I gave you the goal to lose 63 pounds in phase 1.
Yes.
Because we want to get you to the Wonderlands, right?
Yes.
199 or less is
Yes.
what that number needs to say. All right, go ahead and take your shirt off, take your shoes off, and whenever you're ready, go ahead and step on the scale.
Okay.
That's your number.
Oh, man, I did it. That is awesome.
Mitzi's lost 65 pounds. I couldn't ask for any more. Well, we sure are proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of me, too.
So proud.
Thank you.
She has, in just 90 days, transformed into this person that she never thought she could be. Well, like we said, phase 1 was about you losing weight. Phase 2, this is about you cleaning up your life.
So, tomorrow's a big day. It's goodbye.
It's going to be sad.
All right.
Go get some sleep.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's definitely start with a good night of sleep.
Hi.
Oh my gosh. You look amazing.
Thank you. Today's the day that I'm actually leaving boot camp, and while I'm excited because I'm going to be able to start phase 2, there's also the looming piece of going into my house.
I mean, as we talked about, phase 2's not so much about losing the weight, although you do have weight to lose.
Yes.
It's about attacking your home environment and your life, your emotional state. I worry about her going home and getting so bogged down by this hoarding that her weight loss goes away as well. As far as numbers go, we do have a goal for you. I want to see you lose at least 35 pounds.
Okay.
Now, it's a lot of weight, but if anybody can do it, you can do it.
I believe that. I feel excited because it's going to be on my own for phase 2, but I'm also a little nervous because that's a big number.
But give us a call anytime
Yes.
you need anything.
Most definitely.
We're here.
Once I get my house in order, feel free to drop by anytime you'd like to.
And I love you for who you are,
Thank
not
you.
for what you live in.
Thank you. I love you too. Thank you so much. Chris and Heidi, they have this unconditional care, concern, and support that they just pour out to you. I'm going to miss them, and I want to make them proud. It's my goal to go home and just crush it in the second phase. So when I go back, they can know that everything that they instilled in me really was something that I received. I pull into my yard and standing there with a big smile is Dr. Tolan. Hi,
There
Dr.
she
Tolan.
is.
Welcome home.
Thank you so much. I just come off of this high of hitting my goal and that celebration of that moment. And before I could even get to my house, already there was something I was faced with.
We'll leave this here for a moment because I got something I want to show you around the side, okay? Let's take a look.
He leads me around to the backyard, which I thought was kind of weird. I thought, well, why don't we go through the front door? Standing in the backyard were all of my friends and co-workers. Their mouths were just a gasp. I did more in the last 3 months than what I've done in many, many years. Actually lived life. It was so awesome. And I'm excited to get back here and do that again and do more of it. I'm not done. This is 65 gone. But there's still like 65 more to go.
When I met Mitzi through a volunteer program for kids, it got me excited. And when I heard she lost 65 pounds in 90 days, I said, oh, me next.
And so this second phase is going to be pretty difficult. So I need all of your assistance. Because just because I'm back does not mean it's over. Please.
Yeah. Why do you suppose we're in the backyard and not in your house?
Oh, because there's more to my story.
There's more.
Yes.
Want to share that?
One, if you realize none of you have ever been to my home. And the reason why is because in order to push people away and to not let anybody else in my house that would possibly hurt me in any way, I started hoarding things. And it became literally like a physical barrier, just like my weight has become a physical barrier to keep me away from people too. But I guess
you in your heart. We all have back.
I could hear almost each and every one of them saying it's all right. Not one of them judged me.
I asked your friends and coworkers to come here for 2 reasons. One is to welcome you back, and the second is to help.
No.
They're here to help you and support you.
They don't need to be part of that.
They want to because they're your friends.
Oh, Dr. Tyler, really, why did you do this?
You're upset with me for asking them to help?
Love you, Mitzi.
What's more important to you right now? Keeping your secrets or letting your friends in? They're here to help you and support you.
They don't need to be part of that.
They want to because they're your friends.
Oh, Dr. Tyler, really, why did you do this?
You're upset with me for asking them to help?
Love you, Mitzi.
What's more important to you right now? Keeping your secrets or letting your friends in? It would be so helpful, so important, if she would break through that urge to hide from her friends and instead let them in, let them see her, and let them help her. Who wants to judge and criticize Mitzi for what's in the house? Raise your hand if you want to support her and show her that you love her. Okay.
Okay.
You can do this. I brought some technical help, too, because I'm guessing not everybody's prepared to haul a bunch of heavy stuff.
No.
Guys, come on in. My friend Matt Paxton and his crew are here to help with all the heavy lifting.
Thank you for having us.
Mitzi was delighted to see Matt Paxton and his crew show up because now we're bringing out the big guns. We are going to seriously clean out this house. But this part is really important. You're in charge of every decision.
We're going to set up 4 tarps. We're going to have big signs to be keep, donate, sell, and trash. We're going to have it all laid out. We're going to learn your definitions. We're going to help you sort. But at the end of the day, you're going to decide what goes in the piles, and then you'll verify it again before it leaves on the trucks.
Okay.
The key to cleaning out a hoarded home successfully is to lead with compassion, show no judgment, and just communicate properly the entire way.
Let's go on in. Let's see here. Holy cow.
Thank you. When my friends walked in, I didn't see one reaction. So that's going to be donate. Not one eyebrow lifted. They were just, where do I need to go? What do I need to do?
and started picking up items and moving them. I would say it's trash. Good call? Yeah. All right. Just in the same way that I had let go of the weight and released it, I knew that if I didn't let go of the items that were in my house, it was going to be another weight that I was going to continue to carry. Recycle. And I was already free 65 pounds. So to be free another 1,000, 10,000, whatever the pounds were of that was exciting to me.
I am watching you. I gotta confess, I'm watching you go page by page and going to rip this one out.
It's paper. I just wanted to see what it was.
And then having seen,
I'm gonna throw it away.
Awesome.
Yay.
Mitzi's drive to hang on to things is really not that serious. It seems like she's got some degree of hoarding, no doubt, but a lot of what was going on seemed to have been a really serious depression. Matt and his crew are prepared to work into the morning. Would you be willing to stay overnight in a hotel tonight so that they can just keep going and not wake you up? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay.
Sounds good.
Nice job. I'll see you in the morning.
Thank you so much.
All right. All right. Well, doesn't look a whole lot different on the outside.
Wow.
What do you think?
Wow. It's clean. And look, my books and stuff are in there.
I see you've got your books in there. You want to take a look?
Yeah. To be able to walk in and see what I saw when I first moved just made my heart feel very good.
Now, what did it look like before? I wasn't in here.
There was a bed that was here and lots of clothes. The process with the help of service masters and working overnight and with my friends there and into the next day took less than 24 hours for something that I had allowed myself to live in for 8+ years. I feel like I want to just run from room to room. I mean, if nothing else, just jogging around.
Don't let me stop you. Jog away. And now you can actually
spread out.
Move.
We can dance.
We can dance. I think that seeing her house like that made her feel hopeful. I'm optimistic for Mitzi. You've done a great job. You're very strong. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Thank you, Dr. Polo. I really appreciate you. I honestly do.
You take care.
Thank you. I've been in a bubble for 3 months, so now I'm here, and this is my real life. I'm going to do my best to make it work. That's what phase 2 looks like. It's going to be, in my opinion, kick butt. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, wish you could have seen it in person. It was incredible. Today, Chris and I are in Dallas, and we're here to check on Mitzi. Hi! No way this is not your house.
It's my house. Come into my house.
Gosh. This is nothing like what I saw in the pictures.
None of this is new. This all was there.
Mm-hmm. But it was all underneath.
I couldn't believe my eyes walking through Mitzi's house and seeing that there's actually a floor. I mean, that was incredible, because the first time I walked through, there was just stuff everywhere. I couldn't even make my way through her house.
What I've actually come to embrace is releasing the things, releasing the weight, anything that's been holding me down, so I can truly live.
Well, we're not in town just to see your house. Chris and I actually have something else we want to do with you. So before we leave, go get changed.
Okay.
When Mitzi first came to us, she told Heidi and I that one of her greatest dreams was to meet the oldest bodybuilding woman in the world, Ernestine Shepard. She has been an idol of Mitzi's for years. So today, Heidi and I have a extremely huge surprise for Mitzi.
There's something we wanted you to do before we left town.
Oh,
someone we wanted you to meet. Run to her.
Hello. Oh my goodness, you were even more beautiful in person. Hello. Ernestine Shepard, Guinness Book World Record holder for the oldest bodybuilder.
I'm so pleased to meet you.
It's an honor
and so
to
proud
meet you.
of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. She started just a little bit older than me.
I started working out at age 56.
Oh,
but
okay.
then I did my bodybuilding at age 71.
No.
Yes. Bless your heart.
And it's
beautiful.
70 what years young?
78 years
Oh
young.
my God. I want my story to be the same, that people know that it's never too late.
It's never
too late to start.
Too late.
It's so cool to see the power of the human mind and body. And that's Ernestine's message, is at any time in your life, you can change everything.
Keep your head up, legs open. and squeeze up. That's wonderful.
Miss Ernie has got a lot of fire to her. She made sure that I was doing proper form, which was one of the things that I think I had struggled with.
1.
Good.
2. Go on, girl. 3. Read it. 4. Come on. Last one. You did it. Wow.
Awesome.
Here we go. Open up.
That was awesome.
These are all starting weights.
Yeah.
Your strength is going to go through the roof, and Ernestine's going to be here to help you. She's going to be your coach for the rest of phase 2.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
You got your work cut out for you.
All right.
Because for your 6-month milestone, your challenge is going to be to do each one of these lifts for a total of 300 pounds.
Today you lifted about 175 pounds.
Okay.
So you have another 125 to go.
Yeah.
You got a great coach in your corner.
300 pounds. All right. Game on. It was an absolute honor and pleasure.
See you soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Before Heidi and I leave Dallas and we leave Mitzi, there's one more thing we need to do. All of Mitzi's problems, her weight, her hoarding, her depression, her downward spiral, she attributes all of them to one man. She was still hanging on to that emotional weight. And Mitzi can't move forward with her transformation until she's able to speak her mind, until she has some kind of closure with him. So Heidi and I tracked him down, and we brought him to Mitzi.
It was an insane day.
Mitzi, look who I ran into. We were just talking about you.
You were. The first emotion that hit me when I saw him was, are you serious? I just had this amazing day. And it's time to drudge up the past? Why? I didn't need this.
In the first hour of extreme weight loss,
Welcome to And Shoots.
Heidi and Chris chose Mitzi, a woman wrestling with 2 addictions.
If we cleared your house, you'd be okay with it?
Help, please! Help me! Oh my God! It's extremely hard for me to ask for help. I am used to helping others.
Mitzi lost 65 pounds at boot camp, but that's nothing compared to what she unloaded at home.
You're in charge of every decision.
Wow! To be able to walk in and see what I saw when I first moved just made my heart feel very good.
In the second hour, Mitzi faces a true test of strength
We're not going to cut you any slack. This is for real.
and comes face to face with the man who broke her heart.
All the walls are down.
All leading up to an inspirational final weigh-in, 365 days in the making.
Put your hands together for the all-new Mitzi! Well, this will be good. Are you nervous? Harold is the guy that Mitzi dated for 7 years. And from what Mitzi tells me, Harold is basically responsible for everything negative that she's endured in her life. Every time I bring up his name, she's a complete wreck. It is clear to me that there's still some issues inside of Mitzi that she needs to figure out with regard to Harold. So, Chris and I found Harold.
It's an insane day.
Mitzi,
Sure.
look who I ran into.
Hello.
We were just talking about you.
You were.
Just how you doing?
Good. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing right. How are you?
Good.
The first emotion that hit me when I saw him was, are you serious?
You guys have clearly been through a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then I thought, I get a chance to, after all this time of us not seeing each other, hear what maybe he has to say to me, and me be able to say something to him. He was a very charismatic person. Everybody loved Harold. But I think you also know how to take advantage of people. And I fed a lot into a lot of your hopes and your dreams. So when you moved in 2 houses or 1 house down, you remember that? With another woman? I was pretty shiesty.
I'm sorry for the things I put you through. But at the time, I was going through some things, and unfortunately, she was in the way. I dated Mitzi for 6 years. She's a great person. I ended the relationship, and she had nothing to do with us breaking up, so that was all on me. I had a chance to meet your mom, for sure. Mom Pat was a real sweet lady. And when she passed, I went to her funeral. That was one of the most touching parts of my life. You know,
That was the last time I saw my mom. My mom came specifically to meet him.
And that made me regret all the stupid stuff I did, young and dumb.
I do not hate you. There were some good times. I gained some things from you as well. You taught me how to dream. That's why I feel really good about where I am right now. Because not only am I dreaming it,
but I'm gonna believe that I can achieve those things too.
You're doing. Yeah, you can. There's nothing you can't do.
All the walls are down. Miss Ernie showed me my physical strength. Chris and Heidi helped me with my mental and emotional strength. And I thank Harold for giving me the heart strength to realize, yes, that was a bad time in my life, but there's good times ahead.
Right arm first. That's 1 and 2.
Every day I'm working up to meeting my 300-pound milestone goal.
You are an athlete.
I've been training hard, I've been lifting, I've been listening to everything that Ernestine has been telling me. I even dream about lifting, but I am not a power lifter.
All right, let's see what you can do with those.
So this goal to achieve this milestone is really pretty daunting.
Don't forget to breathe.
So tonight, Chris and I are in Las Vegas to meet Mitzi for her 6-month milestone in her weigh-in.
Hello?
My goodness!
Come here, work it.
When Mitzi walked in and her little tiny waist is showing, I could not believe it was the same woman we left 2 months ago in Dallas.
Well, we are here for a reason.
Yeah, we are.
Let's see what the scale says.
Okay.
All right, so Mitzi, go ahead and stand at the back of the scale here. Go ahead and take off your shirt and your shoes.
Okay.
So Mitzi, 3 months ago when you stepped on the scale, you weighed in at 197 pounds. We gave you the goal to lose 35 pounds over the last 3 months. So tonight when you step on the scale, it says 162 pounds or less, you hit your phase 2 goal. You ready?
Yes.
Go ahead and step up on the scale.
I know I've been working hard. I know I've been putting in the effort, but there's a possibility I may not be as close to my goal or reaching my goal as what I thought I was going to be.
Mitzi, right now you weigh 171 pounds. You lost 26 pounds. Your goal was to lose 35 pounds.
I'll be honest with you. 35 pounds definitely was something that was my goal, and it should have been doable. I hadn't met my goal, and that was disappointing because I really had planned on coming home and crushing it.
But on the other hand, we gave you 3 goals in this phase. We gave you a weight loss goal. We gave you a goal to declutter your life. And we gave you a goal to power lift. 3 things. Mitzi missed her phase 2 goal by 9 pounds, but I really wasn't very disappointed in her. I mean, we gave Mitzi so many goals in phase 2. It's important that she actually identify which ones were more important than others. And she did. I cannot wait to see how much work you've put in the powerlifting aspect. Cannot wait to see if you hit that goal.
You better go back to the hotel and be prepared for tomorrow. Because you got 3 big lifts ahead of you. We're looking at 300 pounds.
Yes.
You remember the goal?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Mitzi, come here.
Feeling a little nervous before my milestone.
So what do you say? Let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
All right. I'd already not met the first goal, so the thought of potentially not meeting the second goal made me really nervous.
Coming up.
Big triple. 3, come on.
And they were lifting a lot of weight.
We're not going to cut you any slack.
Okay.
This is for real.
So I just finished with my weigh-in, didn't meet that goal. Now I'm getting ready to face my weightlifting goal, and I've got to hit this.
Up, good, nice and easy, nice and easy. Up, good, easy weight. No weight on the bar, that's good. Here we go, big triple. 3, come on.
The garage door opens up, and there's all of these people, different ages, different sizes, different races, and they were lifting a lot of weight.
Yeah, good job.
Mitzi, this is the 2nd ranked powerlifting team in the world. This is Team Dominate.
Get out of town. Not the country, not the state, but the world. I knew I was amongst greatness at that moment.
All right, Mitzi, we're going to run a full competitive powerlifting meet for you today.
Okay.
You're going to have 3 attempts at the 3 big lifts.
All right.
We're not going to cut you any slack.
Okay.
This is for real.
All right.
Your challenge is to lift 300 pounds among the 3 major lifts. You got the back squat, you got the bench press, and you have the deadlift.
Yes.
300 pounds. Now, this is a sport of strategy as well.
Right.
So you need to figure out the best way, where your lifts are strongest, where they're weakest.
Okay.
By the time this night is done, you need to have lifted 300 pounds.
You're going to do it. You're going to do it.
For somebody her size, I mean, she's 171 pounds. That's a lot of weight to lift. And she's 53.
So, Mitzi, right now we have 120 pounds on this barbell for your back squat. If you can complete this lift, you'll have only 180 pounds left between your other two lifts. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Come on, Mitzi. Come on. I see deep on this one.
You got it.
I'm right here with you.
Come on, Mitzi, strong down.
There you go.
Strong.
Come on, man.
Here we go.
Strong. Down. Deep and strong.
Nice, Mitzi. I was blown away that Mitzi actually back squatted 120 pounds on her first lift. I mean, that's amazing. But at the same time, I'm also worried that she might have expended all of her energy on that first lift, and she still has 2 to go. This is the bench press. So what's going to be your starting weight?
I'm going to start with 80.
I could tell this was Mitzi's weakest lift. She really doesn't seem to have a ton of upper body strength. And most obese people we work with tend to have huge legs, but their arms are really neglected. 80 pounds here plus 120 there. If you complete this lift, you only have 100 pounds left to lift.
Okay.
Tell us when you're ready.
Ready.
Start. Press.
On to the deadlift.
I'm 2 lifts in, 200 pounds, goals 300. And I already knew going in that the deadlift was actually my best lift.
We have 100 pounds on this barbell for your deadlift.
Yes.
You ready?
The bar is loaded.
You got this.
Come on, Mitzi.
We went ahead and we knew that all it was going to take was at least 100. And I lifted the 100, and I did it confidently, and the judges concurred. But I wasn't going to just drop it there.
So where do you want to go?
My personal record has been 150, and I'm going to go 160. The power in that room, in that moment, hearing the cheers of these world-class athletes. That bar just lifted right on up, and I stood proudly. It was a great lift.
Mitzi absolutely blew us away with a 160-pound deadlift. I mean, that's a combined total of 460 pounds.
Thank you so much. This weightlifting challenge has brought everything together in the second phase for me. Weight comes in many forms. It comes in forms of what we carry on our bodies. It comes in forms of anxiety and challenges that we might be facing. But we can get stronger.
We are so proud of you.
Thank you, Chris. I feel powerful.
I mean, Mitzi, how amazing is this? You're 6 months in.
Yeah.
We're at the top of the palms in a hot tub.
I know! To be able just to relax and spend some one-on-one time with Heidi meant a lot.
So you started at 262 pounds, and in order for the doctor to even see you, in order for you to have a consult, you have to have lost at least 40% of your body weight.
I'm ready to do it. I am. I'm excited.
You have this confidence about you now that you didn't have before.
I know! Life it feels that way. It feels just every day victorious.
This deserves a toast to the end of one incredible phase and the beginning of another.
Yes.
Cheers. This is transformation, Mitzi.
Transformation. Oh.
Now just enjoy.
Yes, this is lovely. I feel like I'm on top of the world.
You are.
Oh, lovely. One of the reasons why I have to hit this goal for phase 3 is because when I go in for the skin consultation surgery, there is no going back. I'm going to get this approval, and there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This skin is coming off. It's not going to hold me back like I've let the rest of my weight hold me back. As I get towards the 9-month weigh-in, it seems a little daunting, but I know that I'm going to be successful with it.
I haven't seen Mitzi for 3 months. I can't wait to see her because, just talking to her on the phone, she sounds happy. She sounds proud.
Oh my goodness!
You look amazing.
It's great to see you.
So good to see you.
Now I know why Mitzi was proud.
Hello. I see a waist under that jacket. I do too.
She looks absolutely incredible, and she's all smiles. I can see that she has worked so hard on herself over the last 3 months. I do have an issue with those pants because they need to be a couple sizes smaller.
Yeah, actually, these were my reveal clothes for when I went home for the 3 months. And so I'm kind of hiding some safety pins and stuff.
Oh, Mitzi.
That's a great problem to have.
Exactly.
We need to get you some new jeans.
Yes, they're coming.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Good.
How are you?
I am doing super fantastic, and I mean that. I paid the last payment on my house.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So you own it free and clear.
It's owned free and clear.
Have you kept it clutter-free?
Oh, absolutely. You know, like we talked about, that was a moment in time in my life, and I'm not living that anymore. So, yeah.
What a victory. Almost 6 months sober now.
Yeah, no, truly though. I mean, you're laughing, but it's real. You're overcoming 2 addictions in 1 year.
Yeah, I've been really good with the house. It's really been wonderful because I know a lot of people were very concerned, but I'm fine with the items being gone.
What do you say? Run upstairs, get changed.
Okay.
We're looking forward to this wedding tonight.
All right. The things are gone. They are not holding me back, and I feel freer.
Tonight's the night that we figure out if you qualify to go meet with the skin surgeon. You ready to weigh in?
Yes.
Then let's do this. Last time I weighed you in, Mitzi, you were 171 pounds. I gave you the goal to lose at least 40% of your original body weight for us to walk you into the skin surgeon. So if you step on that scale and you weigh 157 or less, you hit your goal. Whenever you're ready, take off your shoes. Go ahead and step on the scale.
It's a little bit of a daunting experience just to think about. They gave me this goal. It was already a big challenge to begin with. And there's a lot riding on this 9 months.
Tonight's the night that we figure out if you qualify to go meet with the skin surgeon. You ready to weigh in?
Yes.
Then let's do this. Last time I weighed you in, Mitzi, you were 171 pounds. I gave you the goal to lose at least 40% of your original body weight for us to walk you into the skin surgeon. So if you step on that scale and you weigh 157 or less, you hit your goal. Whenever you're ready, take off your shoes. Go ahead and step on the scale. No way. No way. Mitzi, you beat your goal by 1 pound. I mean, she could not have cut it any closer. You've lost 40% of your original body weight.
Yeah.
What that means is Chris and I are going to walk you in to go meet with the skin surgeon tomorrow to see if you qualify.
I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
You earned it. You did all the work yourself, all the hard work.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of myself for hitting my goal. It's one of those things that I think I've been not hitting goals in life for so long that now when I do, it just makes me rise to a whole nother level of confidence.
Well, we better get some rest.
Oh, yeah.
We got a big day tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm David Mathis.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Dr. Mathis.
Hey, doctor. Good to see you. Today's the day I'm taking Mitzi in to go see the skin surgeon and find out if what she's done over the last 9 months is enough.
Yeah, so you have significant deflation of the skin here.
Right.
You've lost so much body fat that it's really just a lot of skin. So I think looking at the body fat percentage and how great you've done in your weight loss and building muscle and maintaining muscle, you're an excellent candidate for surgery.
That's good news.
I was over the moon when Dr. Mathis told me that I was a candidate for skin surgery. It's almost still feeling like a dream.
All of your lifting has paid off in dividends.
Yes, it has. Ernestine's really showing me strength and beauty. It doesn't have to always be just when you're in your teens and 20s. So it's never too late. I'm actually going to probably look better now in my 50s than I've looked my entire life.
This has been an incredible year for you so far.
It has.
You're laying here in a hospital bed about to get your skin removed.
Yeah.
But think about everything else that you've removed from your life.
Absolutely.
How much you've decluttered this year and just really made a whole new you.
If it was not you that helped be the vessels to make this happen, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So I'm very grateful and thankful to all of you.
This is friends helping friends.
Yeah.
So
forever.
thank you.
Yeah.
Forever. Thank you.
Oh.
Well, hello.
At 3 months at my finale, I am going to stand on that stage with such pride Thanks, Chris.
So happy for
We're
you.
doing it, you guys. We're doing it. It's this unveiling. It's just this release of welcome to the world. I've not been living in it. I've been existing in it, but it's my debut, not my finale.
To meet Mitzi. Guys, Mitzi is on her way here right now. Unfortunately, Mitzi had some events in life that threw her off track. So what did she do? She turned to food because food brought her comfort. It made her feel safe. And then she started collecting things. It went beyond collecting. Mitzi began hoarding. She would place emotional value on these objects, on these things, because these things would not leave her. She had built so many walls to avoid being hurt again, not just in her home, but with her body as well. The two addictions that she had were totally interconnected. So Mitzi's journey wasn't just about weight loss. Yeah, she lost a lot of weight, and you guys are gonna see her and you're gonna be blown away. But Mitzi's journey was about allowing people into her life, into her home, and into her heart again. When she finally dropped her walls and when she asked for help and let people into her home, Mitzi's transformation skyrocketed. She is a very different woman today. Who's ready to see Mitzi? Put your hands together for the all-new Mitzi! Everybody, put your hands together for the all-new Mitzi! How does it feel to be here?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, I didn't know if I was going to be able to make 365. That was a question, but I think that's the thing that's been the greatest learning lesson, is that it's really just one of those things you have to take it one day at a time. You don't have to look at the big picture. You just look at the small steps.
And then you go from this.
Oh man, you pulled out the big photos.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That was you.
Yeah, all the lights hitting in all the right places. Yeah.
It's the you that was on the verge of breakthrough. Yeah, greatness.
But was hidden and had piled on the pounds, had piled on just really everything. But this has been a year of release.
It has been.
100% release.
I mean, last time I was at your house,
Yes.
it was beautiful and it was pristine and it was organized. How has that maintained?
Oh, same. I don't have to hold on to things now.
Well, there's only one thing left to do.
I know, you've got this lovely little scale right there.
Nice big white scale. So tell me, what number are you hoping for tonight?
Ooh, I'd like to go with at least 150.
150.
But I wouldn't be mad if it was lower.
Okay. I wouldn't be either.
Yeah. But I'm going to say at least 150.
All right, Mitzi, go ahead and step to the back of the scale. 365 days ago, when I weighed you in, you weighed in at 262 pounds. You set the goal for yourself to end this year weighing in at 150 or less. So, whenever you are ready, take a deep breath and take your final step onto this scale.
My house has become a prison to me. A place filled with stuff. It's crushing my life.
All of those belongings weighing you down.
Get out from under it.
Now's your chance.
We're doing this together.
What's more important to you right now? Keeping your secrets or letting your friends in?
As scary as it is, I'm ready. I've got to get over that mindset because I was put on this earth for a reason.
You did it. Here we go. Open up.
All right, Mitzi, 365 days ago when I weighed you in at 262 pounds. You set the goal for yourself to end this year weighing in at 150 or less. Take a deep breath, take your final step onto this scale.
Okay. £148.
Yeah.
What does 148 pounds mean to you?
It's oxygen. It's life. That's what it means. And it's not over, right? The best is yet to come still. So, thank you.
She looks absolutely incredible. Not only has she changed on the outside, but on the inside, she has just blossomed and flourished. And I just love to see her happiness and how excited she is about life and also just embracing the new things that are going to be coming her way.
So what's next for you?
I know God put me on this path for a reason. And I believe that part of that will be to help others do the same.
Part of maintaining your transformation and your weight loss is paying it forward, is doing exactly what it is that you want to do.
Absolutely.
Tonight, I have a gift for you to give to somebody else.
Excellent.
Hold on. Thanks, Mitzi, this is a 1-week scholarship to Destination Boot Camp at the Anschutz Health and Wellness Center.
Oh, wow.
You can give this to anybody of your choosing, anyone that you feel is ready to start the journey on their own.
Thank you.
Do you have somebody in mind?
I do. There is a young lady by the name of Ketchy. She works very hard.